Hey, what's up guys? My name is World, and today we're going to be looking at how to create an atmospheric gating vocal effect for progressive house. Now, the reason you would want to create this is if you're working on a progressive tune and you're trying to add more atmosphere to your track and you're just wondering how the hell do I create that effect that a lot of progressive house tracks have when they have a vocal. And it's fairly simple. We're going to be using a vocal from Nina Sung, who's an amazing vocalist and has worked with the likes of, Joaquin Garud, and she has some big collabs coming up that I'm not going to talk about because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it. But we're working on a track together. We actually have a couple that I haven't released, which I will eventually release. This is one of them. It's a very progressive track, and hopefully when it comes out, you guys can check it out. If it comes out for free on a label, who knows? So this is how it's gonna sound like. Just look for the glitchy atmospheric vocal, and you guys will pretty much get what I'm talking about. And that's what we're gonna be making today. Whoa, so that's all I'm gonna show of the track, but pretty much if you guys didn't hear it, it's pretty much this. Sorry, my eyes itchy. So how do we go in creating that? So let me take off all the effects we have first in order to, so you guys can see how it sounds like. So the first thing you want to do is you want to get your vocal, and you want to find a spot on the vocal where they're holding a note. So in this instance, Nina, I don't want to show off the acapella just for the sake of it, but let's say she sings happy birthday, A. When she holds the A, happy birthday, you can get the part if she holds that, and you can kind of just put it there and loop it. And this is the way I have it. So that's what we have there. So the first thing I do is I put reverb from Ableton native one. I could put any reverb I want. I use Ableton's reverb just because it was easier to access. And what I did is in the input processing, you guys can see here in Ableton's reverb, I have the low cut and the high cut on. Now, what does this do? The low cut and the high cut, what it does, it EQs before the reverb before it comes into the plugin. So pretty much in essence, think of someone going into a house going, oh, take off your shoes because you're gonna dirty my carpet up. So you take them off before going in there and you don't dirty the carpet up. Same thing here. Before Nina's vocals go into the reverb, the vocal says, I don't want your lows. As you guys can see here, EQ, I don't want your lows and I don't want your highs. I want that center part. So that's what goes inside the reverb, and it's gonna act on it. Next thing, I put the dry and wet all the way up on the reverb in order to get the whole vocal covered in reverb. Decay time set to 1.53. You can up it more or lower, however you want it. That's all up to preference. And the quality is set to high just because I don't like shitty reverb. Next thing we have is the glitch. If you guys note, the reverb, all it's going to do now is just cover the vocal, which will sound like this. And there we have it. Now, the next thing to do is I like to use the glitch. The glitch is a perfect effects processor. Think of it as when you're DJing, you have your effects section on your mixer. This is the effects section on the producing. You have to buy it, but it's not that expensive. It's about 80-60 bucks. And all my students, I always recommend it to them. Get it. It's perfect. You can do so much stuff with it. So we have the gator going at 132, and what that's going to do is it's going to pretty much make the volume go up and down, cut out on really fast. And you could do this on your own, but again, it'll take too long. So I'd rather just use the plugin, and with it on, it sounds like this. The next thing we have is Replica. Replica is it was free. It's a free delay plugin from Native Instruments that they released for free for Christmas, I believe, and I got it. I don't know if it's still free, but if they sell it, it probably costs like 25 or 50 bucks. I always use this for delay now. You can use the Waves one. You can use whatever you're comfortable with. But all I have is just a wide delay, which is pretty much just a delay that is normal, no ping pong effect, but it's more to the sides. And I have the mix and the feedback on it pretty high. And the reason I have it is just mainly for the end of there. So when it goes into the breakdown, the effect bleeds into it. And whenever you hear bleed, someone say, oh, I want it to bleed into it. just think that the delay or that the reverb bleeds into it. So you hear, oh, and you just hear the kind of like fading out, but it's fading out into the breakdown. So you can still hear it in the breakdown, which, you know, let me see, I'll show it. So as you guys can see, it feeds, it goes into the breakdown, and that's pretty much how it is. So we have that on as well. And the last thing we have on is just some automation from the EQ and some sidechain. And that's about it. That's how you would go in creating it, and it helps in creating a lot of atmosphere. Alright guys, so hopefully you enjoyed that tutorial. And again, I was going to put this up on Evolution of Sound YouTube page, but I'm going to put some other tutorial up on there. But that's how you would go in creating it. Make sure to subscribe to this account and subscribe to the Evolution of Sound YouTube. I'll put a link in the description. Follow me on Facebook, and I'll see you guys next time.